Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. My bad if you heard some noise pops. Good morning, afternoon, evening, and night, fellas. Today we got another game on our hands. It's Sword versus Oddish, which is yeah, this is gonna be a fantastic game. We got two top tier players going in, and yeah, I'm just so excited. So raring to go to commentate this. We are just gonna go right in ahead. Man. Awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. Yeah, so this is top 4. This is the semis we are looking at right now, and whoever does this moves on and faces Goldfish Gallant. Whoever loses faces Secret 27. And we're seeing a somewhat similar matchup to Fish versus Secret, except instead of instead of Sindel versus Roka, we got Gaius versus Roka, which I was stating in that last game that Gaius just has generally a lot more options to deal with the beast, which is the Scardians and their solo stuff. Like, not to mention that Solomancer is a Gaius card, so that can be taken advantage of quite easily. And we're just gonna ride right into here. Everybody's setting up. This is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be amazing. Where's the poll? Here, I literally just okay. Give me a moment. Oh, and we see Dog. And we see Rela Hexmine. Alright, nice. You know, normal setup stuff. Alright, there you go. Eat it up. So we're seeing a pretty typical opening. Beast of the Conjurers is going to come out, and that's going to allow some easy zones as well as a nice stat line. And we see a Droplet Squads coming out of Sword. This is a very typical opening. Rela Hexmine came out before that. You know, that gives you some draws. This is also going to give Sword more draws. Possiblemente. And yeah, we're looking at an exciting game here. I'm itching to see what the differences of a Gaius deck versus a Sindel deck to Roka in a tournament match. Tournament. All right. So, and Dark Spark is going to come out. We're going to see some mills from Sword. Are they going to be good? And, I mean, it's not, that's one of your battle acties, and that's not the worst thing ever. That is some, I don't know. That's a pretty mixed pile. That's a yikes for me. Not that he doesn't have any options. He still has 2 battle acties possibly, but Pelfam, you know, that could send things. That could send like attachments that Oddish has. Like that's an important card for that. And we're gonna see Dark Spark come out for Oddish as well, and his pulls are actually going to be a lot better. I'd say Glove's probably the biggest hitter because that's just one less removal option that he's going to have, as well as, I mean, Super Flooper. It's not great for the power reasons if he needs that in a pickle, but I bet he does have 2 floopers. I wouldn't be surprised if Sword opens up the sideboard in game 2 and gets some floopers into his deck so that he can hit that up. Anyways, we saw Dark Spark Mirror right there. And I'd say probably Oddish had the better mills. Although I don't think either of these were really beneficial besides Swords being Soulstream fodder. Chaos Cat. Yo, let's invite Zach onto the stream. No, wait. No, for Zach it's like 3 a.m. Guys. Shake my head. Okay, so we're seeing Scardians come out now. Getting that engine running. And we're also going to see something in Oddish's hand. Oh. No, actually, Oddish is going to opt to keep it hidden from us. That's actually funny. But we are going to see the second Gla. He apparently had the second Gla in hand, so we are going to see the Night Jungle combo come out, and that is going to diffuse this threat quite quickly. And we're going to see something that I feel like I've seen a lot from Oddish, which is him taking Gla and finding a better source like Thorngabork or Sapling Squaws, something to... I think it's also partly what he does is because it's 1-star creatures, he's just trying to run through them as quickly as he can so he can get to the good cards. It's kind of like I don't know, like a mini mill. Try to use the gas ability to his advantage. We're gonna see Dark Spark hit for 3, and that's gonna go through. He was on, bro, at 3 a.m. in the morning. Bruh. It is interesting. We are going to see either the same game being played except fish, or we're going to see Rokamira. I think Rokamira would be more interesting because that's the game that we haven't seen. And then we would see 2 completely unique games. We would see Roka v Roka, and we would see Gas v Sindel. Something, get that variety in there for the streams. Keep that variety going. But anyways, so Oddish is thinking... Well, actually, no. This is Sword's turn. So Sword's thinking a lot. Definitely doesn't have the zone advantage. Although I'd say that's not terrible in this situation. Although we are... Okay. So he is going to use Phantom Matter to get dog. Probably doesn't have a dog, so is struggling on those zones there. But is going to be able to make do now. I'd say that was a decent Phantom Matter. That won't be able to get over Dark Spark. But that does... It also just free plays Beast of the Conjurer. So that's nice. And we're going to see Solomancer come out. And we're going to see Guardians of the Moon. Which I'd say is obvious. And Time Flash Portal. Which is going to allow a free opening for this massive thing. And Oddish... Does he have no response? So that is, 8 points. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. UnseenOddish is going to go for the Relhex Mine there. And for Oddish, this is very, very threatening. Well, first of all, he doesn't have Dark Spark back. But we are going to see Deep Space Lighthouse, which is so helpful because that means that the solo combo comes to him. And this makes complete sense. This is what we were predicting at the beginning of the game. Like, this is one of the biggest threats. And yeah, that's going to go into the other zone to allow Darkspark to get back into that zone. We do not want to see a misplay there. So now UnseenOddish has flipped the table quite a bit. And actually, plot twist, we're going to see Pelfam come out, and that's going to hit that, and we're going to see this is a complete flip of the tables, except for Beast of the Black Hole. And no response from that. Which is going to foil Oddish's almost flip of the table. That's unfortunate. That's stinky. And it's Sword's turn now. Sword can have full control of the board. Does only have 5 cards comparatively to Oddish's 7. But, I mean, there's plenty of room to apply pressure. It's just about what Sword might do. And we're going to see Droplet Squats come out, which does maybe make you think that it doesn't have the right tools yet to go bananas. So we're just going to see him do that, try to make up from all of his major plays. Oddish definitely has a lot more options, but I have a feeling some of those are things he can't properly use right now, like Omniplanetary Top Hat. And I think that's one of the weaknesses of Gaius. Wouldn't say it's the worst weakness ever, but attachments can be bricky sometimes. We are going to see Abomination 2 come out, which is going to diffuse this Droplet Squaz. And the Glut thing is going to happen. Honestly, I really like this. This is a very healthy way to get 2 cards, I'd say. This is, like, comparatively to Cosmic Treasure. And it's actually good, especially for Gaius decks, because you need to quickly get all the tools you need. For mind control, especially. And we're going to see Sapling Squaz. I don't know if Fish wants it. Fish, do you want to cast? I am a stream lagging. Okay, so we did see a clean 4 points, which is actually going to boost Oddish up. Wait. Yep, that's going to boost Oddish up to have advantage in points. Okay, so we're not going to see Fish. If you don't know, Fish is pretty cool. I mean, he ain't called top 3 player for nothing. If you want to caster this game, you got to know how to play. Fish, indeed, knows how to play. Okay. Alright, so it's Sword's turn currently, and we're going to see Smooths come out. Sword is probably not the best in the resources department right now, but this is going to give him quite a few options. It is a pretty tough choice, though. For Sales Sign, probably the weakest, maybe. Depends. Blaze Elixir would be good if he has something like Solomancer in here. If he has Solomancer, then Blaze Elixir is good right now. Otherwise, it's Bricky. And Triple A is going to be good if UnseenOddish pulls out a major threat. For Sales Sign, I'd say Blaze is the weakest if he doesn't have Solomancer. So yeah, this is a difficult decision. And I'd say overall all these aren't like immediately useful except for Sail Sign, which could be useful for just like grabbing something. Although these cards aren't like the most epically good to grab right now. Sapling Squaws, you could get more stars, but technically. But also, I don't know. That's probably not the best thing. Oh, what is Oddish doing? Dark Spark also, if you for sale sign that, like, that's fine. But then if you kill this, there's that. And then like milling at this point, 13 cards, probably not the best idea. Okay, well I could do that. I'll wait, I'll wait for game 2 and then we can co-cast. We're going to finish up this game. What in the world? Oddish did a blunder there. Did a darn blunder if I ever saw anything. Untapped did a darn blunder there. Cringe. Hey. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, Oddish definitely has a lot more options. Although, whether or not you have a lot of cards in Gas Mind Control, a lot of them can just be things that you need more than just attachments. A lot of comboing in this. Okay, so we're going to see AAA go into hand, which I'd say, yeah. And we're going to see for Sail Sign go into discard. I mean, I guess there really isn't a ton of sources for Sail Sign. And we're going to see Sun come out. And that's gonna hit that up. And we're gonna see the cycle. Cycle continue. Sparkle, sparkle. All right. So now it's Oddish's turn. There is a lot of opportunity with what the gas deck has. It's just dependent on what Oddish has right now. Does he have a way to take control of moons? Does he have a way to maybe TFP? Something? Anything? And we're going to see Omniplanetary Top Hat. And we're going to see Super Flooper come out, which is going to aggress and put pressure on Oddish. And, yeah, that's going to be pretty amazing. And we're going to see Spoons come out as well. And that's going to give him actually a pretty obvious choice, I would say, on what to put into his hand. Pretty easy Spoons, I would say. Yep, that goes to discard. And that's going to go to hand. Point Turt. There we go. Nova's list was so much worse than this. And we're going to see a no response, which is an easy 5 points for Oddish. Oddish is currently gloating in the chat. I don't want to get too haughty there, mister. Sword could twist this around. It just depends on what's in his hand currently. Like, there's a lot of ways to go about this. We could see Soulmancer come out. We could see... I mean, I don't know. He probably doesn't have Soulmancer at this rate. One of his cards is AAA. So that's 4 cards to work with. Does this guy have something? You know, something, you know, something like this, right? Anything, right? Something that might be in his discard. This is a tougher position for Sword. Not looking hot. He has to find a way to remove the pressure. And it seems like he is struggling a bit to figure that out. There just might not be a lot of good options. He might have to just, like at this point, he probably has to put out the best he can. But considering how these draws are, considering Oddish's gloat, or maybe he's sandbagging, I don't know. It's going to be pretty tough to win this game at this rate. Either that or Sword is concocting a master plan. He took AAA. Oh yeah, and Oddish is stacked with that turret. Here, wait. I'll find the log. Let's see. Yeah, so you did that to discard. Oh, it doesn't even show. Crap. We're going to see Soul Shroom come out. So he does have a way of starting up the cycle, possibly? No, he can't. No. It's just a waiting game now. So Oddish is indeed going to get this turn free. So now, really for Oddish, it's just figuring out how he could possibly go for lethal. It's gonna see, is he gonna have a way to go for lethal? It's really just getting around this and you're home free. Unless Sword does have a battle acti, but even at that rate, AAA might be able to defuse that. We don't know if that's in his hand either. Sapling Squash has stayed on here for an incredibly long time, by the way. Like for easily 3 turns. Just chilling here. Like a tree. You know. Kind of funny to me. And not to mention, Oddish does have a ton of stars. So we're going to see Oddish, he's going to kill Sapling Squaws to look for something else in his deck. And that's not going to bring out anything. That's just going to shuffle it. Oh, yeah. So that's just going to shuffle his deck. Phantom Matter's going to come out. And Solo's going to come out. which is actually no way. Does that even work? Is he? No way. Can you? You can do your guys. Oh, because it doesn't say choose one of your kill creatures. Of your. Oh my goodness. Of your is such an important keyword. Or not? I don't know. Whoops. Okay, so that was Fraxel. Sword misclicked. Rip. So, oh man, it's the same thing as Flooper. It's just missing the of your. Except for this is a good thing for Oddish. And look at that serious anti-Scardian. But that's actually not going to get him 220. This is not going to win him the game. Although he is applying incredible pressure right now. Oh, wow. So Sword right now either has Galaxy Crash or nothing. That's my thought. Man, I should put something in here. Like for the future, I should like put something here. Like, I don't know. What should I put here? This is like free. This is free land. GG? Alright. This is GG. Alright. If Diamond wants to co-commentate, I'll be in VC. Man, what should I put in that area? Like, there's got to be something. Something cool. So, game 2. Looking pretty hot for Oddish right now.
Alright, I'm right here. Can you guys hear me?
Whoa, you are soft.
I am soft. Is this better
Like,
or
your
what's up?
mic, you're not picking up.
Oh, let me see. Settings. Let me check my sound levels. I could boost my mic up. Give me a second. Is that better?
Keep going a little more.
That is the max it lets me do.
That's the max? Alright.
That's the max. Can you guys hear me on the stream?
Yeah, that's what
I don't have stream open.
Alright, try, speak.
Can you guys hear me?
There we go. Okay, now you're at a decent level.
Sick. All right. So I saw a little bit of game one. I was a little distracted, but I think we got the Oddish win, right? He's up 1-0.
Yep.
This is
He
very
was
interesting.
able to take solo. He was able
Able
to
to
use
take
solo for
solo.
himself.
Yeah, see, that's one of the main things I think Mind Control has going for it, especially against this deck, is that you just have those options. You have the ability to Lighthouse. You like Solomancer's in your playing field. You want the Gaios, and it's on the field for you.
Indeed.
So here's the question. I don't remember who went first last game.
Who went first? I am probably Oddish. We can scroll. Actually, well, no, actually, yeah, it was Oddish. It was definitely Oddish because
See, now
no.
that's a massive result, right? Because if winning going first is insane, because now you're going to the second game, you know you're going to go first again. So if you can just repeat what you did, you have a massive advantage. Getting that, like if you go second and you win, you went second. You're expected to win. But I think it's very massive of Oddish to get that quick victory. All right, let's
Unless
see
I
what we've
don't know.
got here.
I'm
We're in the starting stages, right? They're just drawing
Yep, we're
cards, getting
back. We're
started.
back in our starting stages. I don't I think yeah, and I think most of the it, most of the
Hmm.
other reason why Sword lost was due to lack of lack of resources at the end of the game. I mean, he was dealing with 5 cards, and one of those was AAA, which was not helpful in this situation.
Yeah, it's very tough when you get into an end game. He's playing an aggro deck, so if he gets into an end, if Oddish can hold him and keep him slow until an end game, Oddish is going to have all the tools he could ever need. That's what his deck's built to do. It's built to
Yep,
win for a long period of time. When Sword just wants to, beat you down. He wants to get 5, 10, 5, and just end the game.
yep,
But
and
with if Oddish can just keep the board state in his hands, this is going to be an easy, quick 2-0. We'll just see how this goes.
yeah, and we're seeing a very optimal opening for Oddish and for Sword for that matter, both being able to
The
both
double
using card
droplet of
yeah,
Sword.
double droplet.
It's a really good start. You really like to see that. You want to get your draws quick and fast, and he's putting his best foot forward to do such.
And yeah,
Ooh.
and actually Oddish
Mhm.
is going to allow the first few points to go to Sword.
Oddish is allowing these early, these quick early points, and it's a little tough, against mind control because they can just burst you down for.
And we're going to see
Oh, I hate that
Abomination 2
play.
with Droplet Squads.
I hate that play. What is this? What is this? What is Oddish doing? That
Interesting.
is.
Using the Abomination 2. I wonder if he's confident in relying
Hmm.
on his other tactics like
I mean, it's
to
not bad, but
well, just consider like Abomination 2, that could get far stronger, like yeah, that could get Glut out. That could do stuff like that, but we're not seeing that.
Like, yeah, he could Abomination. Like, you can feel Abomination Tomb is so good in this matchup because you can use it to get back your like any little dude, like a Thorngabork or a Sapling Squash, to get your gloves from deck, or even just a killed glove or a tree that you draw. You don't have to worry about milling because the tomb is so versatile. So just dropping it this early, especially on such a low power target, is just not fantastic. I don't know why he committed that soon, especially because there was no threat, right? Sword has a 1 point attacker. Like, he wasn't going to be getting a ton out of it. I don't. I think that was a very poor decision by Oddish, but we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Yeah. Oh, Zamazed plus Beast.
We're seeing max zone gain here out of Sword. This is what he wants. He wants to establish an early tempo and start getting points on the board quick and fast. And ooh, this is
Yeah,
tough.
this
He's already at
is
5, so that's one extra. That's one less Solo Mancer swing that he needs to win this game. Just
yeah,
because he's already at 5. It's
and
this
I
is
think
brutal. This is tough.
yeah, I think Oddish letting those early 2 points from Droplet Squads, that just almost seemed a little too cocky. Almost like, yeah, come at me, get as many points as you like. I'll stop you in the end game.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a very aggressive play. And it's a very very interesting how this is playing out here. Also something to note here is that Sword still does not have a resource zone. So if Oddish were to just like Galaxy Crash and beat in, what is Sword gonna do? He has no counterplay. Um,
Yeah.
it's very
So,
interesting. I wonder why he's not committing to the resource zone.
but we
Very
also
interesting.
don't know what Oddish is planning in his head, what he's concocting, and we're gonna see a simple Thorngabor come out, but he
Mhm.
is actually gonna use that to search for Gla.
Does he have the Night Jungle
And
combo
this
here?
this looks like that's what he is gonna attempt to do.
I
He's
mean, I don't know why you would
Oh,
search.
but we're not gonna see that yet. We're gonna
Oh,
actually see Dog come over so that he can get that zone gainage.
oh,
Or no,
that
no,
is
no zone gainage. No, that doesn't make
a
no.
strange play.
That's
Why
that's
would
actually an
you?
interesting play because we are gonna see Beast of Conjures. That's not gonna get him any zones though. Oh,
Yeah, see what's going. Sword's got to be thinking now. Like, what could Oddish have? Because his hand has to be terrible to lighthouse to Glass's lighthouse a dog. especially for no face damage. You know, Sword's got to be considering.
And Sword has
Does
enough
he have
cards.
lethal options? Because Sword can just start pushing for lethal. What's Oddish gonna do? Maybe he's bricked on activators. Maybe he's, you know, it's tough. I would really love to know what has in hand. This is a really interesting plays coming out of him.
Yeah. Either that or he is sandbagging. But we will have to see. Sword definitely does have enough cards to think about playing stuff. Oh, but
Oh,
we are going to see the
wow.
Flooper come
What
out.
a draw. Super Flooper on the Beast of the Conjurers. That is a brutal
But
pull.
we're going to
And
see
the Erratic
Erratic
Void for
Void.
Super Flooper. Interesting.
We are going to see Erratic Void. That's gonna
So, okay,
that's
so he does still get the Scardian face swing. He still gets that, but he
yeah, but
doesn't
that's
get
gonna
the
slow
speaker
him down
damage.
quite considerably. Yep.
Should have saved it. I mean, no, I think Oddish is correct by doing that. He could have. What he means, like, he could have saved it for the Guardian of the Moons, you know, on that summon to Erratic Void it. But you know, you don't want to allow the 8 points. You'd rather minimize the damage because, and also putting a Moon in Grave is just gonna help him with the Solomancer, you know. No targets from Sword. Wait a minute. So he's got double Moon in hand. That is brutal. That's why this has been such a hard decision for Sword. Because what's he gonna do? He has double Moon in hand.
Oh,
Wow.
that's gross.
How are you feeling about this set here, Snoopers? Game one was, you know, it was pretty decisive for Oddish. There was really not much Sword did,
I
but
think both of these players are struggling at this point.
oh,
I think
absolutely.
Sword just because of how his deck is built has the better advantage right now, just because of its aggressive nature. But like Sword Sword has both moons. That's not great, but also Oddish, like, it does seem like he's struggling. Has probably a lot of bricks in hand, like
Wait, he
attachments.
does have targets? What does he mean by that? I mean, he could always Scardian for another Scardian of the Sun, but like, is that what he means? I don't know. Sword is.
This is a little wacky doodle.
Hmm.
You have no good weight.
Oh, Secret's
Oh
in chat. How are you doing, Secret? What is going on here?
yeah,
I think
Oddish is
stream's
just
a little
being
delayed.
incredibly. He's not putting on a game face for this game, which is kind of weird.
That sucks, Secret. Well, if you have questions, I can help you with that. Okay, so what do we got here? So we got tree down. We got Pelfam to bounce tree and just. I mean, it works. It outs the Guardian of the Sun. You don't really want to see that happen. I don't know why he wouldn't just Pelfam bounce the Sun, right? Because he knows.
Well, that's just gonna allow him to get rid of
Well, he knows
that.
Double Moon is in hand, right? And I guess you don't want him to keep the Sun, to be fair. But like, I don't
I'd say
know.
it's not the worst thing ever, but like
It's very interesting. Very interesting
weird.
decisions coming out of both these players today.
For this game in particular,
For this game, yes. The
it's
first
just
game was
an
very,
interesting
you know, very decisive.
interesting how these plays are being made. And again, I just have this feeling that both players are struggling with the cards in their hand currently. Like, I almost have a feeling that both of them have no battle activators.
That would make sense out of Sword. If he had no battle activators and that's why he just doesn't have the resource zone, that would make a lot of sense here.
Oddish might
Um,
have something. Like, well, he had Erratic. Maybe that was the only reason that he put down a resource zone, though. I just
yeah, I could see that.
this
I
is
could see that.
just this is Oddish gonna
Also,
throw?
that is correct. If he had a battle activator at least a couple turns ago, you wouldn't have erratic voided the flooper because you would have just like beasted. I mean, if he had beast, he would have beasted. If he had field, then I mean, you guys you still avoid. But and if you have turret, you probably void and then turret. Um, But if you had Beast of the Black Hole specifically, I guess you
He
don't really
doesn't
want
have
to
double moon
avoid
in
there.
hand. Is that what Secret's saying?
He doesn't
Okay,
have double moon in hand. Why?
who's lying in this situation?
Well, I mean, I don't know his hand, obviously, but to not go sun into moon is either a misstep on his part, which um would be interesting, or he was considering going sun into sun, I guess. But like, if he had a moon in deck, why wouldn't he go for it? That seems like the best possible decision. Um, and also saying he doesn't have a target and then he does confuse that a little bit. It's very interesting what we're seeing here.
I
Is Sword
think,
gonna make a play?
yeah, it's interesting how carefully he's doing this, even though right now it's 9-0. He is currently in a great
Uh,
position.
I forget that Sword is one of the three people who do their points and stars backwards. It caught me a little off guard there. I thought it was 0 to 5, but
Yep.
being down 9 for Oddish is a little tough. But to be fair, Sword only has
Oh, is
5
this a
stars. Not a lot you can
misplay?
do.
No way. Sword misplayed?
He probably misplayed by not going Sun into. If he had a Moon in deck, by not going Sun into Moon was definitely a misplay. So I see what he means. Okay, can Sword just play the game? Like, why is he commenting? I mean, we're here to comment, right? That's our job. Um, but still, I think we're having fun here. Let's see what he can. Can he put something on the board? Um,
This is a
so this is
very
kind
this
of
is a very this
this.
feels very casual for a tournament match.
Yeah, I mean, but this is also like the Sword thing. You know, he tends to talk and chat. He wants to get in your head. He wants you to think that he knows. You know, he wants to get you
Yeah,
out of
a
a
true
competitive
anime
zone.
character.
He is truly an anime character. That is correct.
Beautiful.
But let's
It's
just
beautiful.
see. Let's see how we go from here. At this point, though, if I was Oddish, I would be pinging Quasar and asking for a uh, just a time violation on swords because he's taking forever on this turn here. Um,
Yeah, this is one thing you can't do in IRL matches of anything.
yeah, yeah. If we were in person, this kind of chatter
You can't
probably wouldn't be
you like you could do
working.
anime in this situation, but if you in real life, no, there would be no anime. There would
Yeah.
be no two-parter episodes where everybody's taking 5 minutes to decide their actions.
Yeah. See, at this point, I would be definitely with him saying he's going to use the restroom. I would 100% be pinging Quasar for spending too much time, asking for some sort of something out of that. Uh, but we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Well, while we're here, while we have like a minute, I'm I mean, let's think about the future of Chaos Galaxy. Like what do you think Zach is cooking up for the planetary collections?
Ooh, what collections are coming out? I think it
The
was what
Shios and
Scindian and
Sindian.
Shios.
We're gonna
Shios
think
and
about
Scindian.
this right now.
Shios. I wonder where he's gonna go with that. When it came to you when it came to the Baron Pelisium ones, he really went out and he just created new ideas for those decks, for those planets. So I wonder what he's gonna do with Scindian. He's gonna have to do a lot for Scindian to put it in a competitive scene. But for
Yeah.
Shios, um, I could see some interesting stuff out of that. Maybe a new archetype that's centered around like just keeping advantage, whether it's stars or points
Oh yeah,
or
like
cards,
cards that just give you free stuff.
or maybe a
Uh
combo like archetype, something where like you drop a guy and it summons a guy from deck or summons a guy from killed, something of that sort. I could see that coming from
and we're
Shios.
gonna see Time Flash Portal come out.
Oh, Sword's getting a little aggressive here. Also finally getting the resources on. I guess he just drew the Time Flash portal to give him a reason to use it, but definitely interesting decision out of him.
And Soul Troop's gonna come out. We're gonna see Guardian of the Sun come back, and that's gonna hit for 4. And my suspicions are pretty true. Oddish does not seem to have any response to this. I think that resource was only for the erratic.
Most likely, most likely.
And Sword did
So,
do a misplay on that part, but he is getting back quite nicely. I mean, let's think about this. 13-0 now. This is Not great
Yeah,
for
he has a
Oddish. This
massive
is
advantage here. Oddish is definitely on the back step, especially against an aggro deck who's up 13 points. He's got to figure something
yeah,
out.
and a
He's
single
got to
creature,
slow Sword down.
single creature zone to boot, and that creature zone is being occupied by Pelfam. Although
Let's see.
currently
Let's.
he's jumping
Well,
through
Pelfam's not in
universes.
the zone.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
he'll
No,
get in.
he currently he's jumping through portals right now. But we're gonna see Gluck come out, and that's gonna defuse this threat. And Oddish is gonna do the Oddish thing by finding a better card than Gluck to put in his hand.
Mhm. So that's a massive play out of Oddish there. He outs the moon with a 1-star creature, and also is going to get a 2-draw at the end of the turn. Really strong combo there. Though you kind of expect that when you see Gluck hit the field. Also, Pelf's going to come back, and Sword's going to have a result. He's going to need a result for Pelf. He's going to need something to stop that, as well as Oddish is going to draw 2 cards here. What are the chances he finally has a battle activator? Sword's got to really keep the pressure going and take this game, and he's got to do it quick. Because if not, Oddish is starting to get through the deck. He could very quickly flip this on its head. And just a free 1-point swing
Oh,
there.
this is this is Fish's prediction. Pass Moon, TFP on Moon, Solo, Shroom Dog, Double Blaze, Full Swing, Triple A. This is how Sword's gonna win, in his opinion. Although I think
Possible.
that is already untrue.
I mean, it's definitely possible. I don't think you would do that now because Moon's already engraved. So if he were to do this, it would literally just be Solo, Shroom, Dog, Double Blaze, Swing. But also he'd need to out the board, so he would need GC. He's also not very far into his deck, so that requires a lot of specific resources of which he doesn't have. He
That's
just
true.
doesn't
That's
have those
true.
resources at the moment.
Oh, Sword's revealing the fish, bro.
Okay.
And apparently
Interesting decision out of Sword there. I'm assuming he just wants to
he's just pulling a funny. He's being like, yeah, this hand. Yeah, bro,
GC Solo is
it'd be
lethal.
funny.
Well, it's lethal assuming is it he would need double AAA in hand, assuming that Oddish only has 1 AAA. Well, I mean he only has the 1 extra zone to reply anyway.
Yeah,
So
these
he would
two
need
zones are
double.
making me interested in seeing it, like thinking about maybe Oddish does have answers. We'll see, we'll see.
We'll have to see how this plays out.
And we know that moons are coming in the Shias and Sindian planetary collections. What do you think those could do?
Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like. Well, let me start with the Sindian one, because the Shios one I'm not sure on. But, like, for the Sindian one, I would expect something that would boost the health of your guys. Something that's just like your zone Sindian creatures gain 50 extra health, or maybe 100. Just something to really work with Sindian. Um, and then for Shios, that's an interesting. Maybe it's like when you trigger Shios effect, gain 4 stars. Maybe it
Either
starts to go
that
into a
or like
really
shortening
aggro
the
kind of
timer
deck.
too. It could be shortening the timer. Like,
Or like, well, I mean, if it can't really shorten the timer, because if it were to shorten the timer, then um, playing Double Moon would just be anytime a Shios creature on your planet dies, draw a card, which would
oh,
be
that would be incredibly
very
broken.
unfair. Yeah.
Yep.
But I really do think Sindian could have like a health boost moon, while Shios would have like
Yeah, probably like
gain stars and then also draw.
probably yeah. Yeah, probably would be a 50 like a 50 health and then you double up and you get 100 on the moon for Sindian.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I feel about it being 50. I think it should be 100 per moon. Well, that might be a lot because you're getting 200 on your big guys, right?
But
Um,
also it's Sindian. Oh,
Galaxy Crash. That opens board. That puts a lot of pressure on Oddish here.
yeah,
Does
and
Thor have
that's
lethal?
probably
He's playing 3. He's got the Solomancer. Does he have the Blaze as well? Does he have lethal?
a rather
He's
Shias
just
could
going
be
for 5.
counters and make.
Yes, Shield should have the change to actually be counters.
Oh,
Oh, that's an interesting
oh boy.
decision by Sword.
Oh,
And
but
by Oddish.
there we go.
What?
And there
Oh,
we are.
Oddish must have like a. Oh, if Oddish has Lighthouse, this might be Lights Out. We might be seeing
My lighthouse.
or Flooper for Solomancer. What a play. I don't know how I feel about using the field there. Um,
It does seem like a waste of time, but I almost feel that was this is the perfect opportunity for Oddish to make a comeback.
yeah, but I feel like if you're fielding for points, it's a really tough. And then Sword's option to AAA seems terrible. I feel like you want to hold the AAA for whenever Oddish drops like Points or Beast the Black Hole, for
That's true.
example. Because I don't think he's used any battle activators up to this point, right? That was his first one. So if you see those, you really want to hold the AAA for. But in
Yeah, and
general, I guess that wasn't
let's
a bad
consider
play.
the amount of cards. Look at this card ratio: 4 cards, and he still has 19 cards in deck. That's not
Yes.
great.
I definitely think Oddish made the right play by AAAing the AAA though, because he already knew Sword was on low cards. That gets rid of one of his AAAs and allows him to, if he's going to go for field, at least guarantee it. Where's this Guardian of the Sun? Is it not
Ooh,
engraved? You should have
it's
one
not
engraved, right?
engraved. It's not engraved.
Where does he not
D
have one engraved?
counters
I
and
thought he
make
had one
counter
engraved. Didn't he?
manipulators.
Did he put this Guardian of the Sun in his hand?
Oh,
Let's look back a
counter
little bit.
manipulators. That would be cool.
How far back was that Guardian of the Sun? Too far back for me to see, I guess. I guess we can check through the VOD real quick.
Oh, he shroomed it. And he shuffled it. Yep.
I see.
So that
Yep,
that
Soul
that
Shroom too.
yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense. He was able to save it.
I completely forgot about that. That's why the moon is engraved, because he sunned it. I just thought he played a second sun, but that also makes sense to shroom it. Very interesting out of here though. Sword is still up 8 points and 3 stars, but he's down 2 cards
Nope,
in
13,
advantage.
13 points and 8 stars.
No, I mean he's up 8 compared to Oddish, right? He has 8 more
Oh,
points than
yep.
Oddish and 3 more stars than Oddish. They're equal on hand size, but Oddish has the 2 guys on field. This is very interesting how this is going to play out. Sword needs a quick response, and he's down his GC and one of his Time Flash portals. So how does he clear a board here? He's going to need, what, another Solomancer, a TFP, and a Blaze just to swing for any points.
Oh, why is he
Very
revealing it too?
intriguing here. Okay. I can't comment, but that's one of the hands of all time.
All
That
right,
is...
epic. That's Sword is just. I don't even know. This is Sword's personality. Coming back. Good content. Ha 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 ha. This is my
Yeah,
stream, boy.
I can't comment on the stream here.
This
In
is
case
my
Oddish is listening
stream.
in, but
This is my stream. This is
that's a
my
tough
stream. You
hand
can't do that
there.
to me, man.
I just don't think he wants the I think he doesn't want uh Oddish to see it.
No, don't reveal it for stream.
If he wants stream to see, he should.
Bro,
Wow, though,
if you do, that would just be so
Oh, so he's
cringe.
showing the stream. Oh no, Oddish is showing the stream.
I didn't even see that. That was like half a second. I think I saw Beast of the Black Hole and that was it.
No, I'm not gonna leak. That was a very interesting though hand out of Sword. I will say though, seeing his hand, a lot of the plays have made sense up to this point. I don't know what he does from here, knowing the hand.
Hold up.
He has a few plays, but they're really brutal.
That was a misplay for me. I think for like a quarter of a second, Unseen Oddish hands was revealed to me, and I think I stated one of the cards he had. That's not good.
I mean, hey, he shouldn't have revealed to stream if he didn't want it to be potentially leaked.
This is just such a cringe.
This has been a bit of a cringe second game here, but I wonder where it goes. We're still waiting on Sword's play. His hands are a little tied. His hands are a bit tied here. Is Sword just scooping? Because he says
Yeah,
Terrible set by
this
me. Is he ending the set? Like,
ugh,
what is
this
going on?
is gross. This is disgusting.
At least it won't be Aussie US. Wait, so what happened? So okay, so if I'm correct, Fish won the last set, correct? He beat Secret, so he's in top. He's in the finals. Um, if Oddish wins this here, he's headed to finals to face Fish in one of the best finals I could expect from these set of pools here. It's very interesting that we would have double pool B, you know, the 1 and 2 seeds meeting up in finals. Um, however, if Sword makes the comeback here, which is unlikely, um,
I don't
we could have a
even know
very
what's going
interesting.
on.
We could
This
have
is
a
taking.
Solomancer mirror in finals, but it's taken a bit. Sword is really taking a long time with his turns here. Um, Once again, if I was Oddish, I would be saying, "Hey, Quasar, can you guys hey Quasar, you know, could you like time violation? He's taking 5 minutes per turn. Um,
This is. It's okay. The deal is, Fish. It's not a cringe match. It's just I don't.
it's this game is a little cringe. 99% chance I misplay.
It's just. Oh, there's.
No, Fish. There's
I don't.
legitimately one option. There's legit.
Yeah, Soul Shroom.
Uh, I mean that works.
I don't even know.
I don't know if it's too playable, but this is
Oh, and we
um
see Rel Hex. That's
real
gonna be
Hux
a
mine.
good
Yeah,
double up
Oddish.
for. That's +1.
Let's see how Oddish continues this. So he sees the flooper. Lighthouse does it. If he has a second flooper, that also does it. Really, this is there's a lot of ways that Oddish can win here. Or at least put up a massive winning advantage. Is just ways to handle this flooper. If he just gets rid of the flooper, he's doing fine. Um,
Okay, and we
right,
see
because
Spoons too,
empty
which
board here.
is gonna bring out Phantom Matter.
Oh,
Ooh.
Antimatter could be nasty here. We have Diabolus and the turret.
Phantom
This is
Matter,
a fairly easy set of spoons,
the
right?
no Phantom Matter could get that solo mancer going for him once again. This could.
I feel like this is one of the easier sets of spoons for Oddish here. Like I feel like in almost every case, you kill the Diabolus, you Phantom Matter hand, and you turret bottom. Like what else could he be considering? There's really,
Either that or
I mean,
he's
I guess he could be considering the turret hand, but like, why would you not kill the Diabolus? You get the 3 extra stars. You're not gonna mill at this point. You already have
oh yeah, and
Sword
he gets
potentially.
the stars. Yep. Oh nope.
Oh,
He's putting
what
turret. He's gonna.
turret hand PM bottom. Okay, interesting decision. I could see that. Um,
Oh, because
oh,
he
he's gonna
has
for
for
sale
sale
sign the
sign.
flooper. Jeez,
Interesting.
what a brutal decision. And it's just gonna swing for 4. Like, does Sword have the battle acti? Doesn't seem like it. This
No.
is the tides are turning. Sword is
Oddish is yeah. The tides are turning, but Oddish is just he's playing
Otis
this
is
very slowly.
slowly dropping that point lead.
He's
He's slowly decreasing the point advantage, and he's really starting to take this game back. And Sword's got to find an answer fast. He's got to find an answer very, very
oh
fast.
because you're vulnerable to. Oh. Huh.
Yeah, I will say that is true. Taking the turret over Phantom Matter is a really good decision because you're not vulnerable to lethal as much. Like now, if Sword wants to lethal you, he needs the AAA plus whatever lethal he had. Whereas if
Yep.
he didn't have that, he would be, he versus if you take the PM, he doesn't need AAA anymore. He doesn't need that extra card. So I see what Fish is saying here. Um,
Protects
and
the
it
heal.
also
Yep.
knowing he had for sale sign in hand really says I don't need the Phantom Matter. I have for sale sign. Um, oh, we just see Sword buy.
Oh, and we're gonna see a double for sale
Whoa.
sign.
Okay, so
Oh.
Sword's gonna burn all his stars, and he says, "I'm going for lethal. I'm gonna win the game here. We're gonna head on a well. Actually,
This
no, this
is
wouldn't be
nope. No,
lethal.
this
It's
isn't
two
lethal
points
yet.
short.
But
It's
this
two
is
points short, but he says we're going for it.
a
Cancel.
cancel. What the heck?
Is he just not attacking yet?
Oh no,
Like, what does he mean by
he's
cancel?
he's considering no attack. What in the world?
Yeah, I mean, no, the buys are done, right? Like he's already put the card down. He's already bought the card. He's not going to reverse that play. I think he's just considering like, what is he moving into battle zones? Is he going to swing both?
Can he
It's
find a
really
different way to go lethal?
it's just a matter of, does he want the extra point off of Wakuman, but potentially walk into a devastating Beast of the Black Hole? Um, we'll just have to see what he's considering.
Bro, I don't know. I want this game to be over. This game
Yeah,
is taking
it
way
really
too
seems like
long,
they're
man.
taking a while.
Beast of
And we
Black.
see the Beast of Black Hole come out. There it is. Yep.
Oh.
See, that extra point was not worth it, and now Oddish has an open board. He has the
Three
potential
cards
to
though.
take a
Three cards.
massive
Only three
advantage.
cards, and one of them is turret.
3 cards. But we also know that he has the shorter deck. So this is when he's starting to get into the cards that he's going to really need. He is down.
Dog.
Oh, there's dog. Does he have second dog? Oh, he doesn't have stars for it anyway. No, he just goes for the 3 points. Now does Sword have the no battle activators? This is tough. It's now only a 1-point lead for Sword, and we're in the end game, so this is really where Sword's gonna have to figure this out.
Yeah,
You
slow
know,
and
Sword's
steady
gonna have to
wins the
figure out
race.
how is he gonna handle this? How is he gonna end this? Take this to a game 3 and potentially win. He has to figure a way to reverse what's going on.
And Swooz is
And
gonna
boom, that is a very
attempt.
good start
Ooh.
to this.
Okay, we can either get a body, we can get something to bounce turret, or we can revive something from deck.
Now this is scary because what Oddish sees here now is his turret is guaranteed if Sword doesn't take the AAA, but if Sword takes the AAA, he's not getting an extra body to put on board, right? Unless he has a creature in hand, he doesn't have anything to put on board. If he takes the Diabolus, like, it's kind of too late to start milling. He's already got a Solomancer in grave. He's already got a Moons, and he's already got one of the Moons. He doesn't need the second one yet.
And
the Tomb, like, you could Tomb the Solomancer, right? But you're starting to run low on options.
Yeah, and we're seeing Sword start to just he just doesn't know what to do apparently.
Sword is really starting to feel the pressure here of the position and understanding that he is probably not going to win this set. He's probably going to head on down to the loser's bracket where he's going to have to face Secret for the 3rd place match. You know, he's probably at a point now where he's going to have to, buckle up and take on Sindel Tempo or Gas Spam, which, to be fair, he did beat in the seeding match, correct? So he could do it again, but I think what we're going to look at here is an Oddish and Fish finals, while we're going to have Sword and Secret played out in the 3rd place match. We'll just have to see how this goes.
Oh no, not Tomb.
What did
And
he
because
take
because you get the 8 stars, which means you can go in. You can start getting that Solomancer going.
He took the Tomb to hand. Why did you take Tomb to hand? Very interesting.
No. This is actually good for Sword.
Is it? Because now we know that now Oddish knows that if he goes in, if Sword goes in, his turret's guaranteed. He doesn't even need the AAA. He doesn't have to worry about Sword responding because one AAA's in grave and one's on the bottom of his deck.
Whoa! Did he just he milled both of his Blaze Elixirs? No way.
Oh, double Blaze and a Pelfam.
And the point.
Wow. And the point turret. That is exactly what Oddish wants to see. He played Spoons. He played Spoons, so he can only have one creature this turn.
Oh, come on, Oddish.
He can't drop the Scardian. He can only do one creature because of Spoons. It's brutal. He has to do the Diabolus, however, because he's already resolved Diabolus effect. He's got to put that Scardian back in his hand, and he's only going to be able to kill the Conjurer, open another zone, and just potentially lose this game. Sword is really, really giving away this set here. Um, and I think we're just gonna have I think we're gonna have the result very soon, and this is gonna end in a 2-0 for Oddish. What are your thoughts so far, Snoopers? How have you felt about this set?
Long.
This has been a long set, that is
A
true.
long
But
set that has been full of a lot of thinking that has led to not much at all.
yeah. See how this plays out. Okay, we've got Oddish is everything.
Yeah.
Um,
Sword is just, yeah, he's taken his emotions.
but yeah, this is just it's
Yeah,
this is
tough.
brutal. Um, and there's
And
the
oh,
Galaxy Crash. That'll spell the end of this game most likely. Let's just see how this resolves here. Oddish just needs any. Well, actually, maybe not. He's only needs 8 points, but can he get there is the question. Can he get there before Sword gets to literally any card in his deck that will open board? Oh, he's got another dog for another battle zone, but Oddish is starting to run out of options possibly. So we've got.
it's toy a turret and something else.
Let's see. Um. Yeah, he's got turret, but he still has turret in hand, which makes this really tough. Now Sword can't even go for his Solomancer plays, because unless he has that AAA on the bottom of his deck, he can't complete it. He's gonna have to wait till he's down his last card of his deck, or he can't go for a solo. He's just gonna lose the game on a turret. Very brutal. Uh, yeah.
No, but we're gonna see him try
Is he
to
gonna
win.
try? Yeah, that's the end of the game. Turret, and
No,
there's gonna be
no
no
turret,
response on
no
his board.
turret, no turret, man.
Is Oddish not gonna turret? He has to, or I mean, he doesn't have to, I guess.
Oh, is he? I don't even know.
Did he
I'm
not?
so done with
What?
this
That
game.
wasn't the play, but that that was not the what? The arrows were Scardian in, Solomancer face. Why is this? What are you talking about? Solo went face. Attack was declared. Solo went face. So Solo went face. There's
Turret.
no
There we
discussing
go.
it. Yeah, that's the end of the game. Turret for
GG.
GG's. So what a result here. We have in our finals matchup, we're gonna have the number 1 and number 2 seed of Pool B heading to see who's gonna win this tournament. While in the third place match, we're gonna have the number 1 and 2 seeds of Pool A to determine who's gonna get third and fourth. This has been
Which
a
is kind
very
of
interesting
interesting.
set here from Sword and Oddish Snoopers. I think we had thought we had a really good the set was very well. I think both players played as best as they could. But this is just it was just a tough matchup for both players.
I I just uh I know Sword can be really really good, but
I do want
yeah,
to say as well, when Sword had revealed his hand to me and I decided to and I didn't leak it when he did tell me, he had a double sun moon shroom in hand, which is brutal. You don't ever want to have a hand like that. So he definitely didn't draw his best, but man, that was definitely a set. I think
I think Sword just he just made some misplays. That was and it just didn't have the yeah. You just didn't yeah. You didn't play good.
I
That
think
was that
it
was
was a
it.
tough one.
I
Um,
There.
uh,
Oh,
but
hi Oddish.
welcome, Oddish.
Hi.
Uh would you like your post
Would you like an
game?
interview, Oddish? Post game interview?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Can you hear me? Or is my audio
Yes,
dead?
yes.
Yeah,
Let's do a
you're
post game interview with
fine.
you, Mr. Oddish.
All right,
How
let's
did you feel
go.
about this set? So, the first game was pretty decisive. You had a massive advantage early on, and the second one was very grindy. Took about 5 minutes per turn. How'd you feel about the set? How do you feel you played throughout it?
I think I played like pretty optimally. I was like in focus mode. I think I made like one misplay that was really minor. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
game two, I should have used Thorn for Glut turn earlier than I did, and that messed up my sequencing. But other
What's
than
up?
that, played really well. Played really well, man. It feels so good. Game one, high rolled so hard, man, dude. That was like the best opening I've ever got. If I draw like that every game, I win. Game two, dude, my head had nothing. I think I lose honestly if we keep playing, but that's okay. It was on a yeah, it's okay. We win though,
Yeah,
so that
that
feels good.
Boons from
Yeah,
Sword
I
decided
knew it.
that second game there was a little
Yo, what's
tough,
up?
but
Yeah,
really good games. I think it could have. I think at some points it could have gone either way.
No,
Really
that was
fun
not
set
a
to
good
watch.
game.
Really
That's what we're
fun set
talking
to
about.
watch.
yeah.
Sword
Sword.
definitely wins game two if he plays a little differently. If he plays a little
Hey,
better,
you
Sword
wanna know
Yeah,
something
definitely
funny
I
wins
though?
game
think
two.
you had
You wanna know something
multiple
funny though?
opportunities.
You wanna know something funny though? Yeah, ready? I've never played against Mind Control ever, besides against Nova.
Dang.
So I don't.
Fish,
I
I'm
actually,
coming for you.
honest, I
Fish.
didn't, bro. I didn't know what. I looked at the cards like right before the set, and I forgot all the cards in
Oh.
there. Bro, I've never played against it, but anyway, dude, because I drew into three of my Scardians early game, and then I misplayed. I don't know what was happening. I was petting my cat too, so whatever, bro. And of course, Diamond lies saying that was a great set. No, it wasn't. That was shit. I'm sorry, bro.
I think
That
it
was
was
Classic
a pretty good
Sword.
set.
terrible.
There were some interesting plays. I think it could have been played a little better from both sides, but yeah, I think it was a pretty interesting set.
That was terrible.
Hmm.
Dude, Diamond, you should have been there when I beat Secret. That was a fun set because I
No, I
actually played.
watched the set.
I think I played good there, but I didn't play good against Oddish because I played tempo 20 times now. Half of them in SBR, so I know how to play against them. I
Dang.
never played against Mind Control.
Alrighty. I shall end stream. Thanks for watching this very grindy game. And we'll see you next time for the final two games, the third place and the grand finals. Happiness to War Puppy. Bye.